Okay, so today, like I said, I'm sorry. I'm working on something else. Um, I tried to do this before, but anyway. So we're gonna talk about Kendrick Lamar. Um, uh, he a menace. He a menace, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Um, I'm trying to see something real quick. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, no, that didn't work. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about we're gonna do it. He is a minutes, and I love every minute of it. I love every minute of it. Um, but I was saying that you know Drake, you really messed up. You really messed up when you went after UNG. And you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you going up against a big titan like UNG, do you realize that they can keep that tied up for years if they choose to, and drain your bank account? Because trust me, when I say they got money and they got the time, you don't have money. You don't have time. You know, and that's the thing. When little people start going after these big titan, it's like, but you have to see you have to ask yourself that bigger question for that bigger picture. Do you have the money for it? And will you be able to withstand if they choose to keep this tied up in courts for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years? Just say, you know. Now the performance, I enjoyed the performance. I'm a K-Dot fan. I really enjoyed it. But I have to admit, I was so into the performance, I think I kind of missed the little Easter eggs. I did catch. There was a couple of them that I caught. Like when he looked into the camera and said Cedric, and he like I'm young. I'm like, but for me, it's not even that. It's the look on his face when he said it. It was like, I was like, and it was creepy in a sense because it was like this little demon coming out talking about Cedric. I hear you like I'm young. I was like, come on now, that was creepy. That's not creepy. Oh, and the fact that when he said the revolution will be televised, you picked the right time with the wrong guy. I was like, now the whole time I'm sitting there forgetting that Trump is in the audience. I totally forgot about it, that he was in the audience. I told myself not to forget in case something funky jumped off, and I forgot. I didn't even lie, I forgot. So when I saw Samuel Jackson come out as Uncle Sam, I'm just like, okay, well now this is new. But then my mind started spinning, and I'm like, there is an undertone to this message, and I ain't gonna say that one. I'm gonna keep to myself. But yeah, so I was like, because honestly, I really didn't care about the game. I didn't care. My boys wasn't in it. I didn't, so I really didn't care. I don't like the teams, but I do know that the Eagles kind of spanked the Chiefs like they were little redhead stepchildren. I mean, they didn't let off their neck for 1 minute. So that I do know. And honestly, to tell you the truth, usually I'm up on point when it comes to Super Bowl, who's playing in the Super Bowl. I didn't find out who's playing the Super Bowl the day before the Super Bowl. And usually I know at least 2 in advance before the Super Bowl. But I didn't even find out until the day before the Super Bowl who's actually playing in the Super Bowl. I like to know who's in my football thing. But anyway, I said, when I heard him get to the point, why are you trolling like, ain't you tired, trying to record and probably, and I heard the whole stadium say it. I said, oh my God, I had a flashback to the Grammys the week before. Now that I watched. I was like, oh, and Lord knows, I don't watch the Grammys. I stopped watching the Grammys a long time ago. Because in my eyes, they're about bogus people. Bogus people getting bogus awards, for nonsense. And even this year, the album of the year, I ain't gonna say no names, I'm like, ain't no possible way. Ain't no way. No way. I said, okay, so who was bullied to give it this? Because somebody was bullied to give it that award. I was like, nah, who's bullied? Who's paid off and who's bullied? Because there was no way. Absolutely no. Although I'm not a big fan. I still clear at him. There has always been something about her to me, that resonated non-talent. Okay? We know she can scream pretty well. Okay? If screaming was a song, she got it on point. You know? It's like you trying to hit certain notes like Mariah Carey. You know, honey, you missing the mark 110%. Okay, but we're not here to bash her. But like I said, I stopped watching the Grammys years ago because, you know, it was like, absolutely not, you know. And then this year when I saw that Kendrick Lamar was nominated for 5, I said, a diss track is nominated for? Oh, hell no, we're going to watch the Grammys this year. I said, oh, the first time in history this song was nominated for a Grammy. Ah! And won it. You know, and like I said, when it got to the point where I told like a bit, and you probably tired, trying to show you couldn't probably A-minor, I heard the whole stadium singing. I'm like, it's like that little sign that they posted up after Kendrick's 20 Super Bowl. Game over. Game over. I was like, all right then, you little boogeyman, that's you. I swear, if you open up an encyclopedia, look up boogeyman, you want to see K-Dot's picture. And I'm a big fan of his, so I'm here for it all. I love it. I love everything of it. And you know, and the thing for me is that, like, I'll be 60 in July, so I was around when hip-hop started. Okay? So I know where hip-hop started. I know what it was. But I don't know where we took a left at Albuquerque. You know, and then all of a sudden you see these non-rapper rappers get microphones and making money off of bed and shed putting to a musical lyric. You know, and this is just my thoughts on it, is that Kendrick brought it back to where it started. And he brought it back to where it started. And then he might even raise the bar a little higher. You know, so for me, it's like, you can't really even just be, you know, throwing words together in a song and saying, okay, that's right. You're going to have to actually practice. You're going to have to perfect your skill. Because hip-hop is an art form. Hip-hop is a sport. And just like any sport, you have to practice to get good. You know? And if you ain't practicing hip-hop and you just feel like you can just throw any words together that rhymes and put it over a beat and say, no, I don't think that's going to work anymore. I don't think people want to hear that no more. You know? Because I have to remember, you know, that a lot of the people now listening to these newer raps, they wasn't around when hip-hop started. They wasn't around when rap started. You know? So they really don't have an idea of what rap was. They had no idea of how a lot of these legends and icons got to where they were. I mean, I know they've said it a few times. So I know I've heard LL say it, I've heard Jay-Z say it, I've heard Nas say it, I've heard even Ja Rule say it, that they battled. And because of that, that's what you call practicing. That's what you call honing your craft, perfecting it. Like any other sport. You can't just go out and feel this one day you decide you want to play football and then jump on a football field and not know what the hell you're doing. And you want to get in tackle on a 0-yard line. I'm just saying. I am just saying. You have to practice. First of all, you got to try out. And in order for you to try out, it goes back to you have to practice. You have to practice before you try out. You know, and the same thing with rap and hip-hop. You have to practice. You have to perfect that craft because it's not just a thing where you just go everybody works and go over a beat. No, it takes skill. It takes timing. You know, it takes a lot of work. You know, you got a lot of these people out here now with ghostwriters. So not only did hip-hop fall off, but it got lazy. It got real lazy. Especially when they had to go to battle, they wrote their own. Okay? They didn't have a ghostwriter. Okay? Nowadays, everybody got a ghostwriter. So for me, hip-hop got lazy. It got lazy. Nobody wanted to take the time to write the words themselves. They have to pay somebody else to do it. And for me, that's just wrong all across the board. That's just wrong all across the board. Because I know in my day, when I came up with hip-hop, we didn't even know what a ghostwriter was. Okay? They sat and they wrote their own stuff. You know, especially when it came to a battle. Especially when it came to a battle, they sat down and wrote their own stuff. They never hired a ghostwriter to write their stuff when they battling somebody. And I thought that was always the rule of thumb in hip-hop. You know, write your own stuff. When it comes to battling, you have to write your own stuff. You know, so like I said, hip-hop got lazy. Because nobody wants to take the time and put in that effort to actually work at it so that you can get better at it, so that you can have eventually one day that legend status or that icon status. Because I'm telling you right now, the only person that's got it is Kendrick. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, in the beginning, Drake had some good stuff. He did. I listened to a lot of his earlier stuff. I think I stopped listening after stopped listening to Drake when Scorpion came out. But, and even the other album was started from the bottom. Now you hear on one song I really even like, and that was that song. But Scorpion, after that, for me, he fell off. He fell off in mine. I don't know what happened. I don't know where he took a turn at, but for me, it wasn't that good. Even the Tootsie Slide. You know? Like, didn't Drake have a song called In My Feelings? And that's exactly what he is right now, in his feelings. Whoa, feeling. Like, no, nothing about that song, but don't be right there. Oh, no, she didn't. Yeah, she did. Anyway. Yeah, she went there. So I'm just saying that hip-hop is an art form. It's a skill. Not everybody was born to do it. You may think you were born to do it. You weren't born to do it. Because I would say, take all the ghostwriters out of the equation and let the people who think they can rap, sit down and write their own raps, and then let them go and battle somewhere, and let's see how far they get. Because some tell me they ain't going to get that far. Not at all. You're not going to get that far. So at some point we took a left Albuquerque, but I'm glad to see that Kendrick is actually bringing it back to where it once was, and even raise the bar a little higher. In other words, he's going to make you work for it the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You're going to work. You sit down playing PlayStation or Xbox, meanwhile you got your homie over there trying to write out your lyrics for you. How about you get off your tail and do it yourself? Let's see where your skill really is at.